Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, all I do is win, 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 win. Haters wanna hate, they make top 10. Double, triple team, what they need to defend. I do left and I'm going with the win. Going with I feel like a champion. A champion, ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah, I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
First pitch coming your way next. And our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon, singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Just about to get underway, TJ Friedl now at the plate. And we're underway from Wrigley Field. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's towards center. Alcantara on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One down. Here's the lineup for the Reds. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Nathaniel Lowe.
Well, this club has started to lean on him. He's got 10 RBIs in his last 10 games. So this is a guy, when you need some momentum, got some runners on, you want him at the plate. He's been clutch, and he's been delivering big time.
He's one of the best players in baseball at driving in runs, Chris. His RBI totals this season rank him in the top 10. Oh. Stewart recently earned Rookie of the Month honors.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third, shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
At the plate, Elly De La Cruz, third in the NL in RBIs this year. Right through there for a strike. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot. Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. The 0-1. This one in the air right field. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score on the board first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
So runner at second, 2 down. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. 6th in the NL in RBIs. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Just missed. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Man on second, 2 down. Towards first. Ballesteros takes it to the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Run scoring double here for the Reds. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at the friendly confines. On the mound for the Reds, Hunter Greene. Singing, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
That one at triple digits. Hit in the air left field. Steer in and to his right. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second, left.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Out to short, De La Cruz. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. 1 for 3 in the game back on Sunday. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Benson should have this one. And that'll do it. Cubs are down quietly. They're down 1-0. Top of the second. In now for the Reds, Will Benson.
Will Benson.
That one catches the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Fastball for a strike.
Feels like the fastball is catching them off guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. High fly ball down the left field line. Happ ranging back on it. And that one is foul. So we'll try it again. Another 1-2. That one lifted to left. One away.
Batting seventh, left fielder Spencer Steer.
Woo!
Splits the plate. 0-2 now. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Flips it, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Catcher Tyler Stephenson.
2 down, bases empty. Tyler Stephenson, the next to hit for the Reds.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Well, up.
Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Lined into left center, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting ninth, third baseman Noelvi Marte.
Fastball for a strike. The 0-1. That one found hard the other way. Stephenson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out towards right center field. And that is that. One hit, one left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field, now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Dansby Swanson. Foul ball there.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
That's a strike. 0-2. Greene, a former All-Star, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Late swing, fouled off. Clips the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
And now, Moises Ballesteros. In the air, left field. Steer under it. And there's 2 down.
Batting 7th, third baseman,
Fastball for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Here's the 0-2. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. We played 2 full. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Here at Wrigley Field. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. To the right side, and that chance handled. Whips it to first. A great play deep in the hole.
Up next
and here's a look at how he's
Second
using his
baseman,
pitches in this
Sal
one.
Stewart.
Hey! Ball. No, that's a ball.
Popped up. Hoerner under it. And there's two away.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
Two outs, base is empty. Next for Cincinnati, Elly De La Cruz. Struck out swinging his first time.
Hey!
Yeah, there's the strike.
Two strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the Reds go 1-2-3. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the friendly confines, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Number 17 digs in now. Right down to shoot, and that is strike one.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And a good start to the inning. And he'll pull into second safely.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Late swing fouled off. Man at second. And fouled off. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. Here's the second baseman, Nico Hoerner. Flied to left his first time.
Hey!
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
One out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Out towards left center. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder, Iann Happ.
And that one fouled off. Got him looking.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
As we go to the top of the fourth. So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Nathaniel Lowe. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Whoa.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a ball popped up. Kelly has a beat on it. And there's one down.
Up next for Cincinnati, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
One and two here. And that one ripped to left. Happ takes it in for the out. Two down.
Up next for Cincinnati, right fielder, Will Benson.
In now for the Reds, Will Benson. Fly to left his first time.
Huh.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Two down, nobody on. Swings and lines one towards the gap, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And that one clips the corner. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that is that. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Swing like New Jack up to high heels, got you with a view at, always on topic, you be with a news ass in the river conversation.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Got him swinging for the K. Had him way out front of the slurve.
The shortstop.
Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And right now, he's shutting this lineup out, so we might stick with it. If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
The Cubs trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got him. And now 2 gone.
No, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off of his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Right through there for a strike.
Oh!
Way out front for strike 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
Well, these Reds, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far.
That's a ball.
That's something they should feel very good about.
On the ground to first. He takes it on his own. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
No,
Ball 1,
that's
no
a ball.
strikes. Late with the swing there. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder TJ Friedl.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. TJ Friedl will hit next. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Caleb Thielbar, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Milner getting loose as well. Two down, nobody on. And there's a curve through for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 0-2.
Ball 1.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Into the dive, and he got it. What a play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swinging.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the first baseman, Moises Ballesteros. Greene back to work.
Strike. Woo.
That one's
That's
upstairs, ball 1. The other way, and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That one at triple digits.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 now. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
And now the right fielder doubled his first time up. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Man at first, 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Now one in there across the letters.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Ballesteros, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Friedl moving under it, and that is the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Caleb Fillmore.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Now the number 2 hitter, Sal Stewart. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Hey!
This one in the air, right field. He makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The 0-2. High fly ball, right field. Settles under this one. 2 away.
Up next for Cincinnati, first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. He's been a great free agent sign. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss there. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
One, 2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air to left center. Happ gets under it. And that'll do it. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they lead it 1-0.
Now it's time for play. Hey, feels like a holiday. Just put on your best and relieve your stress. Hey, feels like a holiday. Bills paid, sipping lemonade up in the shade. Feels like a holiday.
Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Hoerner.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The Reds leading by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Check swing, but he went too far, and it's 0-2. Got him. That's out number 2. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
So digging in, Carson Kelly. And that is out of play.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys They'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Hit in the air out to center field. Brings it in. That is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Colby Milner takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the Reds, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Hunter Harvey preparing to come on if needed. Valencia warming up as well. That one finds the zone and out 2-2. Got him swinging.
Next for Cincinnati, right fielder, Will Benson.
That one's in there. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. That's a little bit low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
The 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one ripped. And that is that. Reds go down quietly, but they're on top 1-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Here's Janzen. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Oh!
Looking to get the tying run on base. Line drive, that's a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The Reds trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed or away.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman, Moises.
And here's the first baseman, Moises Ballesteros. 1 for 2. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that, but you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Two on, 1 out. Base hit into the outfield. Here's the throw. And he's
Get on
out.
the tag.
Man, that's a play we may look back on when this one's over and wonder what if they would have held him. Can't blame him for trying to tie it up late in this ball game, but when you lose a huge run like that that's only 90 feet away, man, it's a tough one to swallow if they don't pull out the W.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Now it's the right fielder.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Oh, 1 now. Inside, just missed. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Got him swinging for the K. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. Cubs strand a couple. They still trail 1-0.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Hunter Harvey.
Reds, catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
In there at the knees. That is strike two. Harvey, a 6'3" righty, 235 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. 0-2 now. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Nope, outside.
The 1-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That's a base hit, and that's a 1-out single.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Back to the top of the order now. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Reds 1 and the Cubs nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show.
I've been tying up my hands, booking flights, setting trains. Why do you trying to go dance? We know that I'm deadly. Filled up with envy, broke down the pennies. That's when it gets tempting. Get $1 and a dream look. Prada and it.
Now pitching for
Back
Cincinnati.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tony Santillan.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Center fielder, Kevin Alcantara.
On the ground, right side. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Look out!
Time.
And it hit him.
First base.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder.
1 out man at first. Iann Happ up to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Quick move to first. Hoerner back in on a dive.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
That's a strike. Hoerner on the go. Pitch misses. throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. You get that jump there, and if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
Inside move to second. Hoerner back in on a dive.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
That just misses. Ball 2. The Reds holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
So the tying run at second. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Half lays off.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Carson Kelly in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Hard liner. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
That's in for a strike. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Hoerner at second with 2 down. And a miss. And it's 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail here 1-0. We go to the 9th. In now for the Reds, Sal Stewart. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Edward Cabrera, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Palencia also getting ready. In the air, right field, on his way over. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for Cincinnati, shortstop Elly De La Cruz.
And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Right side. And it's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Well, he keeps the hitting streak going with that 9th inning knock right there. Coming through under pressure, and not the ideal way to get the job done, Boog, but it works.
You know, only once during DiMaggio's famous hitting streak did he wait till the 9th inning to extend it. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the best thing to do is get that thing out of the way early. No doubt about it. You can move on with the game. Otherwise, you start gripping the bat a little tighter as the game progresses towards the end.
That's a slider for a strike. Elly on the move. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Hit by pitch. Thank you, mate.
Up next for Cincinnati.
First and second, one out. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. Runner takes off for third. Pitch is high. Throw bounces in, and he's safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 2-1. That smash towards center. Alcantara under it. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they take a 2-run lead in the 9th.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball and just couldn't get it to drop in.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Hunter Harvey out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Edward Cabrera.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
One run across in the frame so far here at the top of the 9th. Next offering is fouled back.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Well, the count now even up.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
The 2-2. And they'll do it again. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Struck him out swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4-5-6 coming up. The Reds on top 2-0. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Emilio Pagan.
Well, he blew a save opportunity his last time out, and I'm sure that's at least in the back of his mind. So this is a good chance at some redemption here.
Swanson digs in.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
That one fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-1. Late on that fastball. Oh, 2 now. Swings through it for the K. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Foul ball. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And there's a foul ball. On the ground right side. Lowe takes it himself. Cubbies with only 1 out left.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So they're down to their final out. Stepping in, Moises Ballesteros.
Nope. 0-1.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Pagan looking to reach double-digit saves on the year.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can.
On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game, and the Reds add another to their winning streak.
Well, there was no letdown after they got to 10 wins. Came out today, pushed it to 11. The opposition looks disgusted from the other side of the field. They respect the talent that's over there, but they also think that this is a lucky team. Well, that's the thing about baseball. You've got to be good and you've got to be lucky. Right now, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they're just going to ride it as long as it'll last.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Swagger when I step, walk in looking like a jet, feeling like a million, forgot about my rent. She be in the city, opposite of innocent. And Betty told up friends, to bring a friend. Took a girl from the podium. Now the guys in here, I so the listen only